The Western Center for Research on Migration and Ethnic Relations. Immigrant Experiences in Canada.
When I arrived in 2000 in February, and of course the weather was a big surprise for me. When I arrived in Toronto, those less 20 really hit my bones. But yeah, it was different environment for me, and kind of weather because I came from Mexico, so that explains why. My first 3 years was kind of hard, especially because when I came, I couldn't speak the language. I couldn't, of course, the weather also was difficult for me to adapt to the weather. Actually, I have a fracture in one of my legs, and I couldn't walk almost for a year. So yeah, and another thing, usually I used to be social with my neighbors and stuff like that. And wintertime, usually people is indoors, so it was kind of sad in that way. But I I started missing also my family, my ex-business, because I used to have my own business, and I started working in a factory job, and was a little bit challenging construction too, and I find out was I didn't have a lot of rights because I couldn't express myself. Like I say, I couldn't speak the language, and people that took advantage of me, and but we make it. After those 3 years, things they start getting better, and start writing and speaking, and so I feel proud with all my advances and my knowledge and this culture and language. I thought because I was married with a Canadian women, things that will be easier for me, but I went to the same process that any immigrant to came to this country, and I was pretty much the same or maybe more because I had to prove I was really married because my wife, not because I want to get the papers to get to live in this country. So it took me maybe more time to find those pictures and prove to the immigration the reason why I decided to move to Canada. Yes, I'm a little bit disappointed. Because right now my family they cannot visit me because in Mexico now they require a visa, and what my relatives they were telling me last week, they tried to came for Christmas to visit me, and it's very tough to get those visas, and you have to buy the tickets and then send your passport to the consul in Mexico, and then wait and see if they decide you are okay with that. And a lot of Mexicans are not receiving their visas, and they're losing their money with those flight tickets. So right now it's kind of difficult to think. I feel like a trap because if something happened to me, who's gonna come for me because I'm the only person here in Canada? Honestly, in all the jobs I've been working, I guess local people they get preference to them, and this this is my experience. And when especially at the beginning of my first years in Canada, I find out it's a lot of abuse when you don't speak the language, like I said before, and you have to work harder. Their expectations they're more. They usually they give the lighter work to the local people, and the new immigrants they have to work harder, and yeah. I hope this country is more open in question of businesses and importation and exportation, and I hope with the economy where it is, they don't say just buy in Canada or buy in America, because really it's gonna hurt, I guess, more the economy. The government of Canada, what I hear, is gonna try to be open, and they try to the Americans to be the same, and so maybe my goals is someday to have my own business like I did before, maybe sell my leather or have my own restaurant, because my family in Mexico they have restaurants. And yeah, my goals is to work for myself. I miss that part, like things that are more simple to get in my country. I'm here, and I guess get information also. What are your options? What the government they can help you to be retrained to be part of this society, and I guess it's another kind of deal that should be addressed. And yeah, to know the law. To know the law is important, because some people in some countries they hit the children, things we don't do in Canada, or the religions beliefs they change when you came to Canada. Of course, the benefits to be in Canada is to learn in a new language. Very important language is English, and to get things more easier, more accessible, like I'm back home in your country. You can afford in Canada to buy your house or to buy your car. Things, because it's a rich country, of course, it's easier for you to afford those with the salary you get. It's beneficial, of course. And another benefit, of course, I think I've been improving myself and my skills, working in different fields like a factory, construction. Now I'm in healthcare. So I guess I'm so happy the Ontario government they gave me the chance to be retrained last year when I lost my job, and they paid for my school and they gave me living expenses. So I guess it's a big one of my good benefit I received living in Canada. And of course, right now, safety is another good thing I see in Canada, because Mexico is getting kind of violent right now with all the narco traffic and the cartels. Yeah, my goals is to stay in Canada. Honestly, I don't know if it's gonna be for many years, but I guess right now is something I would like to be here in Canada. But in the future, maybe when I retire, I would like to live half of my winter time in Mexico and probably summers in Canada.